Welcome back to another episode of I'm an Idiot. I'm your host, The Idiot. Today we are putting the Civic back inside because it still doesn't run, and I put it outside again with no real way of getting it back inside. Good luck to me, I guess. This quite literally just took us 45 minutes to get in the garage. The little slope out there, this dude right here, I hate this dude. We're gonna have to figure something out this summer because that's just the worst. It's the worst. I got this in here by using this little nub thing that was bolted to my floor when I got this house, and I was like, I don't know what that is, but I was too lazy to take it off the floor. Thankfully I left it there. I literally put a ratchet strap from it all the way to the crash bar and just ratcheted it in. I wouldn't recommend it to a friend. And Katie wants to start today off by saying ka-chow, which is not a good thing, boys. What the what happened here? Steering wheel is dead straight. You can tell by my sick steering wheel cover. The Honda's at the top. Steering wheel's dead straight. This wheel's like coming in a little bit. And this wheel's like coming in a little bit. But at one point they were both straight. So what the heck happened? Aha. So I guess my alignment was always pretty bad, but it didn't look bad because this wheel was like positive camber and this wheel was like negative camber, so that's what you focused on. But if you look at my upper control arm, frickin' bolts are all the way to one side. You can't even see it because the camera won't focus. I guess I didn't tighten that guy enough and it slid itself all the way to negative camber. Which is just not helping the look of this car, nor is it helping me push it around. But at least it was just my loose upper control arm. I didn't break something. Now before I start getting dirty, I gotta show you guys we finally did what you have been asking for the longest time. I've worn demo windbreakers like this in so many videos and you guys are like, yo, please make the windbreaker. And I never do. So we finally came through with a champion collab. So these guys are like a windbreaker slash raincoat kind of thing. I'm not gonna tell you they're 100% waterproof. They got the little champion logo right here. We got the committed crew chest logo. They got a little pocket right here. You can tuck them like completely into themselves. And then of course they have like a little front pocket. This is my favorite thing we've ever made. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm obsessed with the 3D sweaters, but when I put this on, I was like, I don't know why we didn't do this sooner. It's got a nice hood. It's got a little adjustable springy boy. And the best part, Brad, you're gonna love this, buddy. This one's for you. It just beads away. Look at it. I could do this all day. And then it's gone. We're obviously gonna have stickers and jet tags and all the good stuff. But dude, we made the crew necks into hoodies. I love them so much, we had to bring them back as a hoodie. And of course, we got the scoop tees also going available March 26th, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's enough blabbing. I hope you guys are pumped. Okay, so the game plan here, I left a bag in my engine bay. Get out of here. Game plan here for today. I want this car to run, boys. I want it to run so bad. Something that I've been struggling a lot with lately is like I'm putting so much time into these cars and I'm not driving them. The whole shebang, it being winter, is like my doing. I'll prep better for next year. But right now I'm going through like a time where I'm just so bored of working on stuff that I can't drive. It's just so annoying. I'm sure you guys know the feeling. It's annoying. Seeing how annoying this was to get in here today, you know what? New goal, we're not putting you outside till you run. First up, got a nice little package here for my boys at K-Tuned. We got some AN fittings, some 90s, some good stuff. We got some 8AN braided hose. This is gonna be for the catch can stuff. You guys saw me run it and I couldn't actually get the fitting over to the catch can because the valve cover, I didn't have the right fitting. And I also got some of these really nice track 1 couplers. So I got a coupler for the turbo intake and I got the reducer coupler to go on the intercooler piping where we've just been jamming it in. My boys at K-Tuned are getting me all hyped up, telling me to buy these track 1 couplers because apparently these are super nice. I'm excited to see how they do. They feel actually beautiful. Track 1. AN lines look so much better than these rubber hoses like regular normal vacuum lines. Just looks like it means business. So we got our 8AN fitting coming out of the valve cover right here, comes over to the line, comes over to the catch can. So you guys can see that was literally the main problem, was that I didn't have this fitting. I had like, all these guys are way bigger, but the only fitting I had here only fit on the end. That is sick. Catch can's fully hooked up. We got our coupler on here so the intercooler piping's solid, and then I just tossed that guy on there for now. I don't have an intake yet made for it, so that's just gonna stay like that. And while we're on the topic of K-Tuned stuff, let's see what we still got here. That goes to the ECU. Rad hoses, heater hoses, throttle cables. We got little booties for our reservoirs, a little rad support guy, bolt-on rad feet, and another bouton for another reservoir. Oh my God, he stretches a lot. Holy, why does this dude look like he's trying to stay warm? I'm not sure if there's supposed to be like a little tab that holds this somewhere. I just kind of put a little thing right here that holds it to the shifter linkage part, so this is like super solid, not going anywhere. And then I think I have it to the point where everything is tight properly. The rest of this K-Tuned stuff is radiator related, so I guess it's time to pull out this big boy. Alright, so this boy is the Hondata double core half rad for the EG Civic. Nope, EK Civic. This guy already has a nice little fan right here, the little fan shroud to make sure we get maximum CFMs. This guy is super efficient. I have the triple core on the EG, but the triple core is really unnecessary. I had it at the time because I'm pretty sure they were prototyping it, and I had one of the first ones. That's why this one's nice and brushed, and the other one was like a dull finish. I'm pretty sure I explained that all in a video way long ago. This is gonna fit in super nice with everything else is polished in here. I love these little Hondata rads because they're tiny and they're super efficient. Like this thing is super small. A lot of people run like a big full-size rad across the front of the car. You don't have to do that to keep the car cool. You just have to run the right rad. So we got a little drain spot down there, lower rad hose, upper rad hose, and everything's already assembled and pretty tight, which is super nice. So there's literally nothing for us to do. Let's see what happens here. We have to drop this thing a lot a bit, which we can do because right now it's sitting way up here. We could drop this thing like to this lower level here, a couple inches. I don't know, wish me luck. Like, check this thing out, dude. It barely sticks up past the top. You don't really notice it. It's not all up in your face. Make sure you guys check this thing out. There's a link in the description down below that I'll leave for you guys. You guys know, I always put links. Anytime I use a part that I would recommend to you guys, I leave a link down below. Got this little guy that holds your rad. Sticks on, sticks way up. Problem is I mounted it so flush that I ended up using one of the spare feet that's like a flat foot, and I just have it like this for now. I'll probably shave this down and clean it up, but this is just gonna keep it where I need it right now so I can size everything else up. One of the real fun things about this car is that in the Civic that it's from, like in like a 07 or whatever SI, the engine bay is packed because it's like a moderner car than this. Pulling up photos and trying to find out how things route and how everything kind of works, super difficult. And I've watched videos and stuff in the past, but like, you guys know me, I'm just like a full sender. Like, I'd rather figure things out on my own. The only thing we gotta figure out now is where these rad hoses go. I'm assuming the sizing of them will kind of lead us in the direction we need to be in anyways. And I'm hoping these heater core hoses will fall into place too. Thank God that we are turboing this car, because if there was no intercooler piping and stuff here, we would have just kind of made a big mess. I mean, actually the camera doesn't see it too bad, but in person, there's hella hoses and stuff going on here now that there just wasn't before. I feel like it's definitely still clean, but extremely hectic underneath. So this is actually going really nicely. We got these hoses all attached here. I got all the coolant hoses run this way. I got the lower rad hose on. I also threw this on right now. I don't know if I'm gonna necessarily leave this. There's like a piece, like a bracket here that has like a solid brake boost line, but obviously I deleted that when I put this K-Tuned upper housing on. So right now I just ran this line. You see a little check valve right there, and then it goes up to the brake booster. I was hoping I could make this super clean, I might be able to tuck it a little bit better than it is right now. And as far as like the K-Tuned stuff, dude, that's it. I'm out of K-Tuned stuff. I've installed it all. The time has come. I told you guys we were waiting on one solid piece to show up, and that was what was keeping us from getting this thing going. It's here, boys. We got our Hondata K-Pro. This guy here is basically a whole new ECU. It's a K-Series ECU. I paid out the butthole for this thing because I didn't have a K-Series ECU because my engine didn't come with one. So I had to buy the ECU and buy the K-Pro, which hurts. If you guys cannot do that, I would recommend not doing that. Anyways, this is super hype. It's a Hondata, so it's literally the same thing I have on Jasmine. I can go on my phone, I can clear codes like when I'm driving and it randomly decides to be a dick. I can wipe the code from my phone. I can use my phone for like all bunch of data control and like seeing logs and stuff. Really cool stuff. We've messed with it a ton in the past before. Damn, all right. I hope this thing's not like a beater in here. Ooh, okay, I can live with this, dude. That's not bad. Every time you get one of these, you're basically dealing with someone else's swapped ECU, which is why I had to pay a bunch of money because I didn't trade them the ECU. I had to buy the whole thing. But shout out to my boys at Garage 16 for hooking me up with this thing. They're like one of the only places I could find locally that supplies these and actually could get them out really quick. So you guys know. This guy, there it is, has the little port already cut out so we can plug her into the Hondata. I think these are for wiring and gauges if I remember correctly. This guy is an OBD2 port. We OBD2 now, boys. All right, I think I'm done. I'm gonna just slide this over here. We're just gonna leave this all kind of laid out right now. There's a couple wires you had to tap into and like do a little, I don't know if you wanna call it like jumping, but different cars I guess require different connections. So I tied a couple wires together. I'm gonna just leave it all out in case we have issues. It's easy to access, there's no interior. I put both through. Realistically, I think I'm only gonna run one. I don't think I've ever run two O2 sensors. I'm pretty sure I've only ever run one because the other one gets used for AFR gauge, but regardless, lay those boys down there. So Hondata K-Pro, everything is installed. Now here's a final question. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but we have to try. Today's fun stuff. The turbo came with this. I feel like most turbos come with this. It's like an exhaust flange in case you wanna weld your own exhaust on it or something. It says it's cast steel, I think. Maybe just steel. I don't know if my welder will weld this, and I tried to do some research and like, it's one of those things where like, technically, I think I can. The way I see it is, there's only one way to find out. Because this is gonna determine right here how much longer this video lasts. Dude, no way. It works! This is good news for basically one reason, and that reason is eBay. So, as a lot of you guys know, we obviously didn't go with a Sidewinder turbo for this. We went with the eBay turbo kit for now, till it explodes. But the thing with that is that nobody makes downpipes for this. Like, nobody. The whole market is Sidewinder turbo exhaust. Like, it's not meant to have an exhaust. Like I said, maybe there's one, I just didn't see it. You know me, I love building stuff. I love creating things out of things that aren't supposed to be. So we picked up this boy. I don't remember the brand on this. It wasn't, I don't think anything extremely special. It's actually pretty nice though. It's got two little bungs on it, one there, one there. It's got a flex pipe built in. Obviously it's got the flange at the bottom for the exhaust. Like of all places, this was an Amazon downpipe for a Speed 3. Now again, I bought it on Amazon. It said T3, T4 flange. It's not a T3, T4 flange. This is a Speed turbo flange, I guess. I don't know. I literally bought this thing with intentions of hacking it up. Pretty much, I want to hack it up. We'll paint it and cover it with heat wrap, and you'll never know that I did anything weird. This thing actually has a really, really nice fitment. Obviously, I gotta move it over a little bit. It is a little bit weird, but straight at the bottom of the subframe, this thing comes out. First time that I'm doing this part myself. Every other car that needed a tweak downpipe or like something like that, we always had to get it done. So that's why I'm pumped. This is a big moment for me. I finally get to do this myself and make it work right now. This might be a little bit more of a project than I thought. Dude, this actually worked out. Oh! My welds aren't the best. I'm not sure if this is stainless I think it is. I don't know, like it was, I feel like I could have had a different gas mixture, probably would have helped me. I was basically just learning. Like, you guys know that I've been learning to weld for a little while now, but this is the first time that I have taken on something that I don't really know how I'm supposed to do it and done it anyway. So there's some spots where like my welds were pretty good, and then I actually just went over them a second time just to make sure that there's no like obviously leaks or anything like that. And you guys can see right here, this is where I kind of opened it up, put it back together. This one's ugly as heck, dude, because this one I had to bridge a lot of it, or whatever you call that, where you like fill a gap. Once this cools down, I'll probably just paint like a clear coat over it so that where I weld it doesn't rust. And we're gonna heat wrap the whole thing anyway, so you're never even gonna know. Oh my god, bro, this is so f***ing hot. Bolts up nicely now. It actually lines up real good. There's like terrible lighting in here right now because of all this paper blocking it, and then basically the thing I did at the bottom just made that clear the steering rack down there. So this used to hit right there. And then basically I just bent it out of the way, so now that there's a little bit of a gap there so it clears. I'm sure I'm still gonna have to do something about the bottom. Like I'm telling you guys, I don't even know what my exhaust looks like yet for this car. So I'm probably gonna have to cut this and angle it or put a new flange or something weird, I'm sure. But, I mean, for now, I'm gonna leave this boy just kind of here to kind of cool down for the day. So with that, with everything we did today, the EK will literally be ready to run in the next video. We just have like, whatever, 2 little finishing touches and we are good to go. Anyways, that's it. Today was a long day. A lot of you guys were commenting on the last video, being like, yo, I'm glad you're back. It seems like you're gone for a while, blah, blah, blah. And I never really explained myself, and there's not a whole lot of explaining to do. Basically what happened was I started doing YouTube as like a part-time thing, and I would mix it into my work schedule, but my work schedule wasn't set. I found out the night before what I was doing the next day when I first got my job at West. So it was like super all over the place. And I never really had like time management. It was more just like do what I can the next day, do what I can the next day. You know what I mean? If I gotta work, I work. If I can film a video, I film a video. And that flow just kind of carried on into my YouTube career. I basically would order a bunch of parts and I'd wake up and be like, I'm gonna do this today, I'm gonna do this today. And then like, oh, well, I'll just order that part, and then I put it off and nothing ever happens. And like, I just really had bad time management, but it was okay because YouTube was the only thing I had. And then we moved home, we got a house now. I got a million things I gotta do with this house. And then we got Frankie, which is like not a big deal, but like a dog, if you've ever had a puppy, is like a lot of work, man. They're like a lot of attention. And all of a sudden I just started like flooding myself with things to do. And you guys know, like I'm a big DIY guy, I like to do things myself. And I've had to accept that I can't do everything myself. I've had to start letting some things be done by other people. At the same time, I've had to learn to time manage. So I literally took a break and just was like, yo, something's wrong. Like, what is wrong? Why do I always feel behind? And that's what I concluded is like, I can't time manage. Basically, like, that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. I've just been trying to get my shit together. But if I could leave you guys with any message with that, it's listen to yourself. Like if you feel stressed or you feel behind or you feel like something's off, like I deleted Instagram for like 3 weeks or something. Like I literally just bailed on everything. I'm just like, yo, all this input is cool, yeah, but it's just junk. Like it's just garbage. It just fills your mind with other people's stuff and things that you wish you had, and comparing yourself to others, even though you don't think you are. You see my car and you're like, man, Robbie's got a sick car. And then you're like, my car's not that cool. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need it, it's just junk. So I just delete all that stuff and I just sat there like with myself and I'm just like, what the f is going on? So if I could leave you guys with anything, it's if something's off, if something's wrong, listen to yourself. Take some time and actually listen to yourself. If I wasn't going on a secret mission tomorrow, I would honestly stay out here all night long and get it going. But I'm going on a secret mission, so I gotta go. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, stay committed.